Good morning, great people. Thanks again for tapping into another Monday Matters segment. Today is February 22nd, 2021. So real quick, I want you guys to ask yourselves, have you ever had a strong belief that something was going to happen for you, or you had a belief that something would happen a certain way and then it didn't? Now think about how you felt in that moment. Now, if all those feelings that you felt associated with what we refer to as negative feelings, then you guessed right. We're talking expectations today. Expectations have two avenues, if you ask me. One is the expectation of others, or the expectations that others place on us, and the expectation of self. So expectations of others, to me, will 9 times out of 10 leave you in disappointment, hurt, and some type of sadness. It's because you're setting this level of belief so high in another human that, because you would probably show up that way, that when they don't show up that way, or they don't respond and react in the way that you envision them, it just leaves you hurt. Like, why isn't this person responding and reacting the way that I seen them in my mind? And it's because that's not who that person is. You can't expect someone to show up like you would. We can't expect other people to show up like how we would in life. That's just not, it's not fair to ourselves to put that expectation on other people. And it's not fair to put that expectation on ourselves that we believe somebody is going to, yes, you would want to really believe that someone is going to show up how you envision, in this positive light and a reflection of you. But people aren't like that. Humans aren't like that. Y'all may share a lot of the same characteristics, but it just doesn't balance out like that all the time. So 9 times out of 10, when expectations are set on other people, you're going to end up in disappointment. That goes for jobs, relationships, whatever the interaction or the dynamic of the relationship is. Even tapping into like the job. When you sign up for a job, you have these expectations of your role, but then you have your employer who may ask you to do X. Then they're going to ask you to do B, and they're going to ask you to do C. And as long as you keep saying yes, they're going to keep coming back asking you for more and more and more. That's a pull relationship where you're giving and they're just taking. What fun is that? You're going to drain yourself. Okay. And then you end up mad and angry and hurt and disappointed because you're giving so much of yourself and you're not being replenished. So this is leading into the expectations of self. I highly recommend that you guys set some expectations for yourself. It is a good strategy and tactic to experience growth in your life. And it's a way to keep yourself dedicated and committed to something that you set forth to complete. So if you have goals, you want to make sure that you're taking the small steps that you need to take in order to achieve that goal. If you're saying that you're going to do better in a relationship, you want to make sure that you're setting the expectation of yourself that when a argument presents itself, you're not going to just max out. You're going to take time to sit there and think about how you want to respond before you actually respond, because you're setting a higher expectation for yourself. And in the long run, expectations of self is just a level of self-love. Like, I can't explain that any other way. So my advice to you guys today is write down what false expectations you've had on others and of yourself, and then figure out how you can move forward with having those expectations of yourself to be who you say you're going to be, and removing those false expectations of other people, because the overall expectation is that you have to allow people to be who they're going to be, because that's just who they are. They're not who we always think they are in our own minds. So today, stop expecting and start accepting, whether it's the other person or it's you. That's my time today, guys. I greatly appreciate you. Thanks for tapping in. Y'all have a blessed Monday. Peace.